You are going to die. Not eventually, not someday when you are old. Right now, today, the second you started listening to this, it's already gone. Say it back to me, out loud if you have to. I am dying, on schedule, right now. Good. Now let's talk about what you are gonna do about it. The lie of someday. Somewhere in your head, there is a version of you that starts tomorrow. Tomorrow, he calls the guy back. Tomorrow, she starts the business. Tomorrow, he tells his father he loves him. Tomorrow is a lie you tell yourself so today can stay easy. And here's the part nobody wants to hear. The clock doesn't care about your tomorrow. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't pause for grief, for fear, for I am not ready yet. It just takes second by second, whether you showed up or not. Let me tell you about a woman who spent years working palliative care. Her whole job was sitting with people in the last weeks for their life. Not doctors, not machines, just her, a chair, and whatever truth was left to say. And she started writing down what people said when they knew the end was close. Not what they were proud of, what they regretted. And here's the insane part. It was almost never about money. It was never, I wish I worked one more quarter. It was never, I wish I played it safer. Over and over, dying men and women say the same four things. I wish I had lived a life true to myself, not the one people expected of me. I wish I hadn't worked so much. I wish I had let myself be happier. I wish I had kept in touch with the people I loved. Nobody dying ever wished they had built a smaller life. You are not reading that in a hospital bed yet, which means you still have time to not become that person. But only if you actually hear this. Not just listen, hear it. Comfort is death with better lighting. You know what's wild? We spent our whole lives running from death, and then we built a life that's basically already dead. Same commute, same complaints, same safe little version of yourself you've been protecting since you were 22. Comfort is just death with better lighting. You didn't dodge the grave. You just decorated. There was a professor, brilliant guy, loved his work, loved his students. Then one day a doctor sat him down and gave him a number. Months, not years, months. Most people would disappeared, pulled the blinds, stopped answering the phone. He did the opposite. He got up in front of a packed room and gave the most honest talk of his life. not about dying, about living. While everyone in that room still had time to. He talked about chasing the things he wanted as a kid, about brick walls, only being there to prove how badly you want something, about how time is the only currency you can't get back no matter how hard you work. He didn't get more time. He just refused to waste what was left of it. That talk outlived him. Millions of people who never met him still quote it today. Because he did one thing most of us won't do without a diagnosis forcing our hand. He started acting like the clock was real, while he still had a say in how it ended. I think about my mother and my grandma, about every immigrant who ever landed in a country that didn't ask them to stay. They didn't get someday. They got today, and today only. And they knew it. That's why they worked like the clock was already running out. Because for them, it was. No safety net. No, I will get to it. Just go now or lose everything. Their urgency isn't trauma. That's clarity. And most of you lost it because comfort convinced you the clock stopped. It didn't stop. You just stopped listening to it. I remember watching my mother come from home from one job and leave for the next without ever once making it look like a sacrifice. No complaining at the dinner table. No, you don't know how hard I have it. Just get up, go again, because the people counting on you don't need your excuses. They need your effort. She wasn't chasing comfort. She didn't have the luxury to. Every single day was treated like it might be the one that mattered most. She didn't fear death. She feared wasting a day she never get back. That's the inheritance. Not the money, the urgency. And somewhere between her generation and yours, a lot of us traded that urgency for a nicer chair and a longer lunch break. Nobody lies on their deathbed proud of what they saved. Not the energy they kept in reserve. Not the risk they were too smart to take. Not the words they swallowed because the timing wasn't perfect. They regret the tank that still had gas in it. That's one of my greatest fears. If I were going to die knowing that I had something left in the gas tank. So I need you to ask yourself something ugly. If you died tonight, would you die full? Or would you die with the tank still halfway there? I know a man who lost his brother suddenly. No warning, no goodbye. And for months afterward, all he could think about was one unremarkable Tuesday when his brother called him and he was busy. And he said, I will call you back tonight. He never called back. Not because he didn't love him, because he assumed there'd be a next Tuesday. There's no such a thing as I call you back. There is only now or never. You have somebody like that in your phone right now. Somebody you've been meaning to call. Somebody you owe an apology or a thank you. Or just 5 minutes of your undivided attention. Don't let tonight become the word that haunts you. You are not behind. You are not out of time. You are asleep. And the only alarm loud enough to wake you up is the truth you keep avoiding. You are going to die. So stop rehearsing for it. Start living like you know it. The nurse heard 4 regrets 1,000 times over, and none of them were about playing it safe. The professor got a number instead of a someday and turned into the loudest yes of his life. My mother never once acted like tomorrow was guaranteed. And somewhere right now, someone is regretting a phone call they didn't make yesterday. You get to choose which one of those you become. Today, not tomorrow. This is why I wrote an international best-selling book with nothing soft in it. No fluff. No 12 steps to your best life. Just the truth about what it costs to actually go all in, because I lived it. My family lived it. And I'm not interested in pretending it was easy. It's called Work Like an Immigrant. And it's not for reading, it's for getting hit by. LA Tribune says you don't read this book, you study it. Grab a copy today on Amazon. Work Like an Immigrant. Or listen on Google Audiobooks. All links in the show notes. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Carlos Inspire. Carlos, CarlosInspire. On Instagram. All links under my Instagram bio. You know the drill. The days that breaks us are truly the days that makes us. Much love.